Miss Candace, you are being shady. You are being shady. You are carrying on. And I'm surprised that they're actually allowing you to do it the way that you're doing it. But you remember what happened last time, girl. Remember? Pop, 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 pop. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 6, episode 5. The girls are actually getting ready to go on down to Williamsburg, Virginia. Listen, and the whole time, Candace is actually putting this together. This is Candace's chance to set up the trip for the girls. And I'm surprised that the powers that be are allowing her to shade Ashley the way that she shade. She is completely shading Ashley. I ain't never seen that where you just literally just don't invite one of the girls. Who okayed that? Now, naturally, Ashley is actually had the baby. And in the beginning of this episode, she brings the baby home and we see baby Dylan and baby Dean, you know, the two bonding and all that. I'm like, oh, that's cute. So we see that. But when did they start doing that where the girls, yes, they set up the trips, they take turns setting up the girls' getaway. Since when did we just don't invite somebody? They kept poking her, saying, girl, you gotta invite. What do you mean you're not inviting? You didn't invite Ashley. And she kept acting like, oh, I just forgot. You didn't forget. You didn't forget. You didn't forget at all. You're being shady. And then that confessional. This the same old stuff. Now, ain't nobody worried about Ashley. But the stuff that you're doing, this is the same stuff that led up to when Monique bust you across that table. That you doing stuff, like you're doing stuff, and you'll be crying later talking about you ain't did nothing. Girl, you sat right in that confessional and said, after they called you, when you found out later on that Giselle invited Ashley, you act like you were offended, like how dare she go against you and invite her. Girl, how dare you not invite her on somebody else's dime. Anyway, but you look like you were like, what do you mean? And then said, don't this hoe have a healing coochie? A hoe. I said, girl, thank goodness Ashley's who she is, because I don't think, girl. Anyway, you might not want to try that one with Mia, but Mia act like Monique. I don't think Mia will have a problem with grabbing your hair across the table. That's what I think. I don't think Mia would go for that kind of stuff. But anyway, okay, so like I said, Ashley brought the baby home. Speaking of Mia, with Mia's family, they were going for this little family picnic. Child, I said, no, why they got that? And the baby girl tripped. They were coming down the sidewalk. She tripped and fell down. And I said, really? Y'all could have skipped that. So y'all just had to put that on there where she got balled up, where she did wiped out. But she's crying and stuff, and Mia's like, you know, you're okay, you're okay. I was like, and she looks so cute. She had all her kids. She had them all dressed up, all nice and everything. Cute little family. But the little baby girl was dressed up really, really cute, fell down. And I know y'all clocked it because I did, and fell out laughing when G said, you want mommy to hold your hand? And she said, no, I do not. She just shook her head at him, but he went ahead and she did grab her hand and hold her hand. But I caught that, honey. That little girl something else, honey. She said, she running the house. Anyway, and then we had the conversation again, basically, where, you know, the distance between, the distance of the barriers that exist between Mia and her mother. And G was just telling her again, you know, you need to go ahead and give it another try and try to get that thing on, you know, where it should be and try to clear up some of those bad feelings that you all have. So it's like, yeah, you know, I told you all we are going to be at a position where we like G. He just is very likable. He just really is. He really is likable. And I think it'll be one of them things where even if you don't care for Mia, you will find yourself liking G. Liking G. Anyway, moving on. Over there, Chris and Candace. And like I was talking about the invite earlier, and Chris even told her, you should invite Ashley. Like, cut that mess out. You should extend the invitation even if she doesn't come. She said, I didn't think she would come because she has a baby. You know, she's having a baby, and he said, you should invite her. So as we went forward with all that lying that you did about how you forgot, you never forgot. You intentionally did not invite Ashley. And again, I'm shocked that they, well, you know what? Let me take that back. It just adds to the drama. So, and we all noticed she really wasn't going to come and leave the baby or drag her brand new baby. So I guess it just adds to the drama. Have it, it is what it is. But girl, how bold and brazen are you? And you lie. You lie. Because you didn't forget, and you continued on, and your story switched to, I forgot. Liar. Anyway, moving on. Ashley and Giselle get together. Like I said, that's when Giselle told her, basically, what do you mean you didn't get invited? And she invited her. Daisy and Dean came in, okay? That Dean is just shady. Okay, remember when Dean ran Karen out of there, baby, got the crying and Karen on? He looked at Giselle like, who's this broad? Why is she here? Who is she? Why is she here? I said, you shady. He is very much like Michael. And he looks like Michael. He still looks like Michael. And what was that lie that they talking about? Dylan don't look like Michael. Dylan looks exactly like Michael. Both of those babies look just like Michael. Both of them. Both. The little one and the little one. They look just like their dad. Just like them. Anyway, lying, honey. Oh, Dylan looks different. Dylan looks exactly like Dean did when he came home, and Dean looked like Michael. Anyway, moving on. That doggone Giselle was telling Ashley, you know, me and Robin are going to be going out with Mia just to try to get to know her. And I want to know, she said, I want to know how you went from living in Maryland to going to the strip club and dancing around and stripping in a strip club, so I could tell my daughters what not to do. I said, oh, she's so shady. Oh, she's so shady. So shady. Then she spoke on, there's these supposed rumors about Eddie, which is Wendy's husband, having a side chick and a baby. Now, Giselle didn't say anything to Ashley about the baby, but when they flashed the news articles, not news articles, the rag sheet articles and the blogs, it actually said that there was a baby. There was a baby on the side, too. I said, well, I told y'all before, I think Eddie's kind of cute, so that don't surprise me. And I said, oh, my. And then she was saying, you know, I think is that why Wendy's like overcompensating with this surgery and stuff? I said, oh. So I said, well, you know what, let me, because I have to say, Wendy's behavior is starting to get on my nerves. It is. It's starting to be so much about these teddies and this behind, and like, come on, Wendy, you running in the ground. But these things do happen. These things do happen. And as we were sitting here in this episode, we moved forward. We see Wendy, she was doing a little seminar real quick at home on that shit. This little off the shoulder, little top on it. She is a completely different animal than what she was last season. Something has gone on, and her whole thing is different. She even spoke. She was speaking to her husband about how she, the way she dresses and how she presents herself and that kind of thing, and says she's struggling with, she wants to be more who she's like, I cuss and I wear this type of clothes I wear, and I was like, what's going on? What's going on? But it could be anything. I mean, it don't have to be that he's stepping out. It could just be, it could be anything. It could be an age thing. She might be feeling a certain type of way about getting older, or it could be anything. And we just got to pay attention and watch and see what it is. But there is definitely something going on with Wendy. There's something going on. Anyway, he got to telling her about, Eddie was telling Wendy, you got some work to do. You got work to do, because she is so, with her whole candle business. Like she didn't know she needed to trademarks and copyrights and all. She's like clueless to the things that she needs to do for her business. And he's like, you got to get that together. And then you got to figure out about the money, where the money's coming from, and how you're going to finance the business, to finance it out of your pockets. And I was like, she didn't used to talk to Eddie like that. Again, we only see a little portion of her life, but her two with Eddie has this is a completely different side. Like, we didn't see this. We was talking real soft to Eddie and everything. She really, and I listen. All I'm doing is trying to work with the narrative that they're setting. It's very like he trying to make up for something. Like there's a little tension. That I don't know. Listen. I ain't ruling that now. I'm gonna go on, and I ain't gonna say Eddie did something, but it's blatant that Eddie was accused of something. And is Eddie trying to get back to the happy place after the accusations? Is that what's going on? Is that why Wendy is showing her ass like this? She told him, she asked him, are you not fulfilled? Because he was telling her about the time and how she's wanting to take on more things, and taking on more things, she's going to be not fulfilling the duties that she has around the house already. And she said, are you not fulfilled? And he said, no, I'm not. Listen, I got my eye on this. But something's going on. And they saying that even if this is just a storyline, I'm going to go on and work with it. Something going on over at that house. And I'm going to keep my eye open. Y'all tell me what y'all think down there in the comments. Anyway, moving on. So Mia and Robin and Giselle get together, and they had a really good meeting. She didn't owe them all this, but she really opened up and told them what her story was. And when she came, listen, first of all, let's just start with just in general. Giselle, girl, you did good. Giselle looked nice. She did. She looked nice. She had a nice outfit. The shoes were correct. Her hair was really nice. Her hair and makeup was really nice. I'm telling you that the hair was real good. It was real good. It must be a brand new, some brand new pieces or something. But Giselle looked really nice. This is like one of the best I've seen her. So come on, Giselle. Did you get you a stylist? Is that what you did? Because you looked good for the photo shoot for the podcast. And now you done went out for dinner and you look real nice, Giselle. Really nice. Robin, you're becoming more and more unchained. Did we really have to have a 15-minute conversation about your bodysuit and how it's resting on your coochie? Right before we get ready to eat? Girl, sit down, Robin. Anyway, but Mia, child, Mia, just Mia. Mia, she's a funny character. Mia was so overdressed. So overdressed. She had this faux fur that it was, listen, the faux fur was sharp. Because I didn't even clock it. And maybe I didn't pay enough attention, but the faux fur was sharp. It was sharp. I didn't know it was faux until she said it. It was a sharp fur, and she had this really cute dress on. She looked nice. She really did. But overdressed. Completely overdressed. Completely overdressed. I said, girl, all right. Yeah, okay, man. Oh, I guess. But, yeah, she was overdressed. Anyway, she gave them her whole background about her childhood, her mama, all that. Robin actually opened up and told her, you know, about Juan's parents and what happened with them. Come to find out, you know, Mia's father actually passed the same way, same afflictions, and that kind of thing. Giselle actually was like, whoa. And when Giselle made that comment, she said, you know what, it's amazing that you're here like this, going through what you went through. And she's like, yeah, she said, she connected. And she was like, she said, Mia's a bad bitch. To even be able to sit up here and be the person that she is after all she's been through, she's a bad bitch. I said, well, that was very nice of you. That was big of you, Giselle. You know, so she'd have dropped her guard a little bit on Mia, or so we thought. I don't think they done yet, but we gonna see. But again, they got a better idea of who Mia is. Like, they know now what we know about Mia. And I think Robin is all in. Robin's all in for Mia. But I'm gonna tell you something that happened shortly after that, where Robin. See, you got to watch Robin and Giselle, because again, they were feeling threatened by Mia. Now they may know a little too much, and they gonna start their bullshit. But I'm gonna tell you. Okay, so listen to this. They get on the bus. They had this whole party bus with a stripper pole and all that in it. And I said, they look like they get ready to have themselves a good time. They did. Child, Karen got on the bus. Giselle's face when Karen got on the bus. I was like, child, the two of y'all are just alike. That's why y'all fighting like this. Y'all are just like, y'all are some bitter Blanches, honey. Bitter. Just mad and mean with each other, honey. That's that friendship, child. They really like each other. That's what the problem is. But anyway, Wendy, girl, what are you doing? The outfit was a mess. I said, girl, where is she going with this Olivia Newton-John, let's get physical outfit? But then she put these little clear heels on. See, the little clear heels, those little clear heels really threw the cherry on the top of, I'm too old for this bullshit I got on. That's what the shoes. The shoes gave a whole message. And the message was, I'm too old to have this bullshit on that I got on. Sorry about it, girl. But that was the message that you brought forth with that dumb outfit, with them dumb shoes. That is an outfit for a younger woman with a tennis shoe. One old cute little sneaker. This bodysuit that's cut real high. So you know it's the thong. So it's cut real high, and then the half, the crop top with the boobs showing, and then these sweatpants, and the sweatpants has a little slit. That's an outfit for a Bratz doll. That's what the outfit looked like. This shit, the braids, I mean, well, we found with the braids, but you looked like an old Bratz doll, like an old grown woman Bratz doll. It was a mess. But the shoe, that little clear plastic slide, that was the stamp that I'm too old to have this on and I'm acting a clown and really trying to do too much. That was a mess. Anyway, moving on. Lord. They all was doing their little thing on the pole. Being funny. Child Miss Mia went over there and tore the pole up. Tore the pole up. They was like, oh yeah, Miss Mia, girl. Whatever. Here we go again. With your stories ain't all lining up, girl. Because you really did. And you did, Mia. You did work the hell out of the pole. You did, sis. Tore the pole down. Go ahead, girl. Anyway, Robin got over there and did the pole and ended up banging her coochie on the pole. They're going to say, oh, girl, you okay? She going to say, it's been through her. I said, girl, I bet it has. Okay, Juan, honey. I bet it has. Anyway, Escala's here again, too. So I was like, okay. So when they get to Williamsburg, the house, completely gorgeous. This house, as they kept showing more pieces of the house just kept getting better and better and better. I said, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous house. And the base of it all, everything's white. So, you know, I was down with it. I loved it. Loved it. It was gorgeous. But there's rooms for the girls in there, and then 3 girls was going to be at, there's a cottage as well. So the 3 they put in the cottage was Escala, Wendy, and Karen. Now we know that Karen said that she's going to leave. She was going to leave and then come back. She had to leave because she's going on down to her hometown and to be sworn in as the ambassador for the hometown for Surrey. That's what it is, Surrey. And she invited Wendy and who else did she invite to come with her? Wendy and Candace, I think it was. Was it Candace? No, because Candace is the hostess. Wendy and was it Candace? No, because her and Candace wasn't getting along like that. Wendy and somebody else she invited to go down with her. And they were like, oh, I'll be happy to go. I'll be happy to go. So all I know is it's stuck in my head because, first of all, Escala is Robin's friend. So, first of all, why would you separate Robin and Escala? Because they're friends. Why would you separate them and put one over in the cottage? Now I understand Escala's not one of the main girls. Oh, Wendy and no, it wasn't. And Mia. It was Mia that it was Mia and Wendy that she invited to come down to Surrey with her. But I didn't understand why she would put Escala over there in the cottage. And then once they end up, when Wendy and Karen leave to go over to Surrey for a day, that's going to leave Escala down in the cottage all by herself. But it just didn't make sense to put Robin. It didn't make sense to put Robin away from Escala, especially with the fact that Mia was brought to the group by Karen. Mia should have been in the college, down at the cottage. But again, so this is what I'm saying. Just pay attention because the little fix is in. Candace is good with Robin and Giselle now. Mia's good with Robin and Giselle. So Candace just put her right on up there with them. You know how they be sectioning off, but then dig what they did to her. Mia went and picked her a room and everything. She picked her room, and then they went on. And then once they were sitting down to have they were going to have lunch, Robin she didn't ask. She told Mia, oh, I'm going to send you downstairs and I'm going to take your room so she could be closer to Giselle. Because there's like different floors, so she wanted to put herself closer to Giselle. She didn't want to be downstairs. She wanted to be upstairs with Giselle. So she decided, her and Robin and Giselle decided they're going to just move Mia. And Karen pointed out, Karen was like, oh, see? First strike. Because, you know how they do? I was like, yeah, that was kind of, Them two, y'all like some old school ass mean girls from high school. A mess. I was like, what the hell? Anyway, and Mia was like, whatever. If you want the view up there, you can have it. Girl, wasn't nothing to say. They just told you they was doing it, which is crazy. What even made them think that it was okay to just decide you were taking my room? Girl, I'd have told her, no, you're not. You're really not. Anyway, while they're sitting there, Giselle gets it started and says, you know what? We want to have a good trip. So is there anybody here that wants to apologize to anybody else? I said, oh, Lord, here we go. And this is the other thing we found out about the house is that President Obama actually stayed at that house before. He stayed at that house in Williamsburg before. So that was cool. And they actually showed him which room it was that he actually had been in. It was a couple of the past presidents have stayed there, but President Obama was the important one that they brought up, honey, that stayed there. Anyway, so when they start up, because it was right away, Giselle and Karen's like, are you talking to me? Because I was expecting an apology from you. And child, when they get to going back and forth, and Giselle was like, really? You talked about my family. You put out lies about me and my family with the whole Jamal and the extra affair and baby and all that mess. And Karen's like, the whole thing with her and the Ray, and you wanted Ray, you wish death upon Ray. Child, a scholar's face was so funny when she said something about her. She said, Robin was like, girl, is this about you claiming that she wanted Ray to wish death upon Ray? A scholar's face was hilarious. She was like, bitch, what y'all, what kind of mess, child? I was falling out laughing. And Robin told Karen, and it is ridiculous. It's like Karen, she said, Karen, you know, that she did not wish death on Ray. And that's when Giselle was like, you know that's some bullshit, Karen. And it really is. Like, it really is. Like, that is a prime example of putting 20 on 10. You know, she did not wish death upon Ray. Karen just running with it. And it's like, okay, Karen, we did it for long enough. It's just ridiculous. Stop it. But whatever. Karen's hanging on to it. And them two is going back and forth. Child, that dang Giselle said, girl, I ain't wishing no death on Ray. I want Ray to live. I want him to pay his bills. I said, oh, y'all not getting ready to make up. Y'all not getting ready to make up. And I don't know why Karen's trying to hang on to that like she spoke death on Ray. That's stupid. And that's not going to stick. That's a dumb argument. Because she didn't. She didn't. You just try to make it be what you want it to be. Karen, is stupid. Where you should have gone with your argument is the whole thing of her discussing your taxes and your husband's bills is really out of order. That's really out of order. Nobody should be first of all, none of them women should be discussing any of the other women's husband. So yes, she's out of order. And that put her on the same level of out of order as you and the Jamal thing. So that's where your argument should be. The stuff with Ray is going to make you lose the argument because everybody knows that she didn't wish death upon Ray. So you're going to lose on that. Then you're going to have to try to double back to the fact that she shouldn't be speaking about Ray's finances. She's wrong for that. And she's been doing it for so long. That's the part of the argument where you could win, Karen. Duh. Anyway, but we went to the be continued. So, listen, I'll get back with y'all next week. Ciao. Anyway, a mess. Karen, you fighting the wrong fight, girl. You're going to have to double back later, which might make you lose. Goofball when you got to win in hand. All right, y'all.